Hello, and a warm welcome back to the USA English podcast. We are absolutely thrilled to have you here with us today. I'm Erica.
And I'm Marco. Today, we are starting something very special. This is day one of our new series, Stop Translating, Start Speaking.
Yes, this series is designed for learners who understand English, but still translate everything in their heads before speaking.
And we know how frustrating that is. You know the words, you understand the grammar, but when it's time to speak, your brain switches to your native language first.
Today, we're going to help you break that habit. We'll give you practical strategies to start thinking directly in English.
We'll cover why we translate, how to stop, and what to do instead. And we'll give you plenty of practice.
This is day one, so we're starting with the basics. We'll build on this in future episodes.
If you enjoy learning with us, please give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. And click the notification bell so you never miss a lesson.
All right, Marco, let's get started. So, how are you feeling today?
I'm feeling really excited about this series. I think this is going to help so many people.
I agree. I was just thinking about my own experience learning a second language. I used to translate everything in my head, and it was exhausting.
What was the turning point for you?
I realized that translation was slowing me down. I was trying to be perfect, but I was missing the conversation. So I decided to just start speaking, even if it wasn't perfect.
That's exactly what we want our listeners to do today.
Let's dive into our main conversation.
Okay, Erica, let's start with the most basic question. Why do we translate in our heads?
There are a few reasons. First, we learn English through our native language. We study vocabulary by translating, so our brains are trained to think that way.
That makes sense. And second?
Second, fear. We're afraid of making mistakes, so we want to double-check everything before we speak. Translation feels like a safety net.
But the problem is translation takes time, and in conversation, time is limited.
Exactly. By the time you've translated your sentence, the conversation has already moved on.
So what's the solution?
The solution is to train your brain to think directly in English. It's not easy at first, but it's possible with practice.
Let's talk about how to do that.
First, start with small, simple thoughts. Instead of thinking, I'm going to make a cup of tea, just think tea, cup, water.
So that seems very simple.
It is, but that's the point. You start with simple words, then short phrases, then full sentences.
So you're building the habit gradually.
Yes, your brain needs to get used to processing English without translation.
What's another strategy?
Label things around you. Put sticky notes on objects in your home with their English names. Every time you see them, say the word out loud.
That's a great visual reminder.
It is, and it connects the object directly to the English word, not to the translation.
Another strategy is to think in English during routine tasks.
Exactly. When you're brushing your teeth, think, I'm brushing my teeth. When you're making breakfast, think, I'm making eggs.
So you're narrating your life in English.
Yes, it sounds strange at first, but it trains your brain to think in English.
Now let's talk about the role of listening.
Listening is crucial. When you listen to English, your brain starts to pick up patterns and sounds. It makes thinking in English easier.
And shadowing helps too, right?
Absolutely. Shadowing is when you listen to a speaker and repeat what they say right after them. It trains your mouth and your brain to work together.
So day one is all about building the foundation.
Yes, today we're just starting. Don't expect to stop translating immediately. It takes time.
What's a realistic goal for day one?
A realistic goal is to practice thinking in simple English for 5 minutes. That's it.
5 minutes seems small, but it's a start.
Exactly. And over time, you'll build up to 10 minutes, then 20, then the whole day.
Now, let's talk about common mistakes people make when trying to stop translating.
One common mistake is trying to think in perfect English. That's like going back to translation because you're checking every word.
So, accept that your thoughts will be simple at first.
Yes, you don't need to think in complex sentences. You just need to think in English.
Another mistake is giving up too quickly.
Yes, it's normal for your brain to resist at first. It's used to doing things the old way. Give it time.
Now, let's give some sample sentences for thinking in English.
Here are some simple ones. I'm tired. I need water. It's cold today. I like this music. What time is it? I'm hungry. I want coffee. Let's go. That's nice.
Those are very simple, but they're a great start.
They are, and once you get comfortable with those, you can move to longer thoughts.
Like, I'm tired because I went to bed late, or I need water because I'm thirsty.
Exactly. You're building on what you already know.
Now let's practice some thinking in English exercises.
Great idea. I'll give you a prompt and you think in English for 30 seconds.
Okay.
Describe what you see around you.
I see a computer, a cup of coffee, a window, and some books. The sun who's coming in through the window. It's a peaceful morning.
Excellent. That was 30 seconds of direct English thought.
Now you try. Describe your morning routine.
I wake up, I make tea, I sit by the window, I read for a few minutes, I plan my day. That's my morning routine.
That was smooth and natural.
Now let's talk about how to handle moments when you don't know a word.
This is very common. You're thinking in English, and then you hit a word you don't know.
The key is not to panic. Just describe the word or use a simpler word.
For example, if you don't know refrigerator, say the cold box for food. If you don't know bank, say the place where I keep my money.
That's a great strategy. It keeps you thinking in English.
Now, let's talk about the importance of repetition.
Repetition is how your brain builds new pathways. The more you practice thinking in English, the easier it becomes.
And it's okay to repeat the same thoughts every day.
Absolutely. In fact, repetition is good. It reinforces the habit.
Now, let's talk about the role of speaking in this process.
Speaking out loud is even more powerful than thinking silently. When you speak, you engage more parts of your brain.
So if you think, I'm tired, say it out loud.
Yes, even if you're alone, it trains your mouth to produce the sounds.
And it builds your confidence.
Exactly. The more you speak, the more natural it feels.
Now, let's practice some speaking out loud exercises.
I'll say a simple sentence and you repeat it out loud.
Okay.
I like learning English.
I like learning English.
Today is a good day.
Today is a good day.
I want to improve my speaking.
I want to improve my speaking.
Excellent. Now, let's try the same sentences, but this time paraphrase them.
Paraphrase.
Yes, say the same meaning with different words. I like learning English becomes learning English is fun.
Ah, I see. Today is a good day becomes today is a nice day.
Perfect. I want to improve my speaking becomes I want to become a better speaker.
That was a great exercise.
Now, let's talk about the difference between translation and thinking.
Translation is mechanical. Thinking is natural.
When you translate, you're doing extra work. When you think, you're just expressing yourself.
So the goal is to move from translation to natural expression.
Yes, and that takes practice, but it's absolutely achievable.
Now let's talk about patience.
Patience is so important. You won't stop translating on day one. maybe not even day 30, but if you keep practicing, you'll see progress.
What's the best way to stay motivated?
Celebrate small wins. Did you think in English for 5 minutes? Great. Did you speak a sentence without translating? Amazing.
So focus on what you're doing, not what you're not doing.
Exactly. Every little step counts.
Now let's give some final day 1 tips.
Tip 1. Start small. Think in English for just 5 minutes today.
Tip 2. Narrate your routine. Talk to yourself in English as you do daily tasks.
Erica. Tip 3. Don't worry about mistakes. Your thoughts don't need to be perfect.
Marco. Tip 4. Say things out loud. Speaking reinforces thinking.
Erica. Tip 5. Be patient and consistent. This is a skill that grows over time.
Marco. Now let's move to our vocabulary breakdown.
Erica. First word. Translate. This means changing words from one language to another.
For example, I translate everything in my head. And translation takes time.
Erica. Another example is, I want to stop translating and start thinking in English.
Translation is what we're trying to move away from.
Next word. Thinking. This is the process of using your mind to consider something.
For example, I'm thinking in English. And thinking takes practice.
Erica. Another example is, I want to make thinking in English automatic.
Thinking is the goal.
Next word. Habit. This is something you do regularly.
For example, I want to build a habit of thinking in English. And habits take time to form.
Erica. Another example is, good habits make learning easier.
Habits are the foundation of success.
Next word. Practice. This means doing something repeatedly to improve.
For example, practice is the key to progress. And I practice thinking in English every day.
Erica. Another example is, practice makes improvement.
Practice is what turns effort into skill.
Next word. Automatic. This means something that happens without conscious thought.
For example, I want my English to be automatic. And automatic responses are faster.
Erica. Another example is, with practice, thinking becomes automatic.
Automatic is the ultimate goal.
Erica. Next word. Patience. This means staying calm while waiting for progress.
For example, I need patience with myself. And patience is essential for learning.
Another example is, progress takes patience.
Patience is the companion of learning.
Next word. Confidence. This is a feeling of trust in your abilities.
For example, confidence grows with practice. And I speak with more confidence now.
Another example is, confidence comes from doing.
Confidence is built through action.
Next word. Progress. This means forward movement and improvement.
For example, I'm making progress every day. And progress is better than perfection.
Another example is, small progress is still progress.
Progress is the reward for effort.
Next word. Reflection. This means thinking carefully about your experiences.
For example, reflection helps me improve. And I reflect on my learning every day.
Another example is, reflection turns experience into insight.
Reflection deepens learning.
Let's quickly review the vocabulary. Translate is changing words from one language to another. Thinking is using your mind to consider something. Habit is something you do regularly. Practice is doing something to improve. Narrate is to tell a story. Automatic is happening without thought. Patience is staying calm while waiting. Confidence is trust in your abilities. Progress is forward movement. And reflection is careful thinking about your experiences.
That's a very useful list.
Now, let's do a longer practice session.
Great idea.
I want you to describe everything you did this morning in English without stopping.
Okay. This morning, I woke up at 7. I got out of bed, went to the bathroom, and brushed my teeth. I made coffee. I sat down at my desk. I opened my laptop. I checked my emails. I read some news. I prepared for this podcast. Then I started recording.
Excellent. That was a full minute of thinking and speaking in English.
Now you try. Describe your morning.
I woke up early today. I made a cup of tea. I sat by the window and enjoyed the quiet. I thought about my plans for today. I wrote a to-do list. I answered a few messages. I reviewed the lesson notes. Then I joined this conversation.
That was very natural.
Now, let's try another exercise. I'm going to give you a topic, and you need to talk about it for 2 minutes without translating.
Okay.
Topic: your favorite place to relax.
My favorite place to relax is my living room. I have a comfortable sofa and a big window. I like to sit there and watch the birds in the garden. Sometimes I listen to music. Sometimes I read a book. It's peaceful. I like being alone there. It helps me think clearly. It's my favorite place in the house.
That was a great 2-minute practice.
Now you try. Topic: your favorite meal.
My favorite meal is breakfast. I love breakfast. I like to have eggs and toast. I also like fruit and yogurt. A cup of tea is important too. Breakfast makes me feel ready for the day. It's a calm time. I like to eat slowly and plan my day. Breakfast is my favorite meal of the day.
That was very natural.
Now, let's talk about what to do when you feel stuck.
Feeling stuck is normal. Everyone feels stuck sometimes.
If you feel stuck, don't stop. Just say, "I need a moment," or "Let me think." Use simple phrases to buy time.
Another strategy is to use the words you already know. Simplify your idea. Don't try to say it perfectly.
Yes, simplicity is your friend.
And remember, the goal is communication, not perfection.
Exactly. Now, let's summarize day 1. Erica. Day 1 is about awareness. You are aware that you translate, and you're ready to start changing that habit.
We've given you strategies, thinking in simple English, labeling things, narrating your day, speaking out loud.
And we've given you practice, describing your morning, talking about your favorite place, and answering simple prompts.
The most important thing is to start. Don't wait until you feel ready. Just begin.
Yes, you don't need to be perfect. You just need to practice.
Now here's your homework for day 1.
Think in English for 5 minutes today. Narrate your routine. Say a few sentences out loud.
And write down a few sentences in English without translating.
Remember, this is just the beginning. In future episodes, we'll build on these skills.
Now we want to hear from you. This is our favorite part.
Our question of the day is, what is one thing you'll practice today to stop translating?
I'll answer first. I'm going to practice thinking in English while I make my morning coffee tomorrow.
That's a great plan. I'm going to practice speaking out loud during my daily walk.
See, we have different answers, and that's okay.
So viewers, we want to know about you. You can write, "Today I will practice blank because blank," or "My first step to stop translating is blank."
Please tell us in the comments. It helps us make better videos, and it helps you practice writing.
Thank you so much for spending this time with us today. This is day 1 of our new series. We'll be back with day 2 soon.
If you enjoyed this video, give it a big thumbs up. Click the subscribe button and the little bell. That way you won't forget to join us for the next lesson.
You are all wonderful students. Keep practicing, keep trying, and remember, every step forward is progress.
Yes, stop translating and start speaking. Your English is better than you think.
Have a wonderful day, evening, and night. Goodbye, everyone. Bye for now. See you in the next lesson.